Alright, so let's talk about order of operations a little bit. This is super important in math. If you do a problem, if you do operations in the wrong order, you're going to get the wrong answer. So your order of operations, I'm sure you guys remember, is the PEMDAS, or the Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. So we have P, E. I like to write these vertical so that I know, okay, let's do all of the parentheses first, and then let's do all of the exponents. And then what I like to do is, so that I remember that multiplication and division are equally important, I'm going to put those on the same line. So I'm going to work left to right and do any multiplication or division left. I'll also draw a little arrow so I know that's left to right. And then addition and subtraction are equally important. So whichever one comes first, left to right, we're going to do that in that order. I think because we have PEMDAS in our heads, it's really easy to just think I have to do all my multiplication and then all of my division, when in fact, if you have division first, that goes before the multiplication. All right, so here we have just a quick example. We may have done this one in class. Go through your checklist. Do you have any parentheses? And you can see that we do. We've got this 4 minus 7. So we'll say, well, what's 4 minus 7? And that is a negative 3. I'll go ahead, because it's negative, I'll just throw that back in parentheses. But I did the operation within the parentheses. And then I'm going to write everything else still. Just kind of rewrite it all. And now I'm going to look for the next operation. I did the parentheses, next is exponents. And we do have an exponent. So 2 to the third power, any exponent, you take that 2 and you're going to multiply 3 of them together. That's to the third power. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. I'm going to replace that with an 8 and just write the problem again. I have 3 plus, I brought down the 8, here's a multiplication, and then that's just a negative 3 in there. So now I move on to multiplication and division, working left to right. So left to right, I see, oh, here's the multiplication. And the multiplication is to do 8 times a negative 3. So positive times a negative, I know my answer will be negative. And then 8 times negative 3, or 8 times 3 is 24, but we know that it's a negative 24. And then I just bring down the rest of the problem, 3 plus a negative 24. And now we have our last addition or subtraction. We see there's addition right there. So 3 plus a negative 24. I'm taking a small positive number plus a really big negative number, so my answer is still going to be negative. And a 3 plus a negative 24 is a negative 21. And that's our final answer. If we had done any of that in the wrong order, we would not get the correct answer in the end. So this PEMDAS, order of operations, it really is like one of the most important things that you do in math. It has to be 100% accurate to have a shot at getting the right answer.